Welcome to Subramani. There are two interesting videos that I'm going to make. One is about why people want to die with a lot of money in the bank, and one is to see what some people who want to go spending all the money while they're alive. Two completely different sets. So first is one case of why so many people die to so how so many people intend to die with money in the bank. This is a research report sent to me by a friend, and he wanted me to talk about it, and I will do it because it's not a research report in India, it is based in US. Unfortunately, in India we don't have time and willingness to do this kind of a survey. So this is largely about a survey. There are always two schools of thought. One school of thought which says you should go with zero balance in the bank, and one which says you should go with a lot more money than what you got from your parents, because that is what you have to give to your children. I am not subscribing to either theories. I think I'll just live my life, and incidentally some money will get left over for my daughter. Am I going to change my lifestyle to leave her more? No. Am I going to spend much more so to leave her less? No. So I belong to the category that I inherited, and I'm sure I'm going to leave much more to my daughter than what I inherited. But I inherited enough from my father to not have to worry about retirement. Though I created my retirement corpus, I knew that I would inherit enough that I did not have to worry about my retirement. So there is something called the Employee Benefit Research Institute of US, and they asked people, how do you feel while spending money on while at retirement? So somebody said definitely what we know. So look at what all they said. There are some people who said we want to grow our assets. Somebody said I'll spend down my assets, but this is a very small proportion of people, less than 10%, maybe 7 or 8%, who said I want to spend down everything. Then there are some people who, about 60% of the people said, I will spend a little of my money and I will leave a portion to my children. And somebody said, I will burn out a bit, but I'll still leave something for my children. And only a very few, 12-13% said, I will force and spend all the money that I have. So that, Michael Bloomberg said, the check to the undertaker can bounce, right? So you go with almost zero balance in your bank account. So about 14% said they will spend all their assets, and if you add up all of that, about 57% expect to grow their assets even in retirement, which is a good number in US, because US is a country which is not so well prepared for retirement, in spite of them having so much of literature, etc. But having a social security spoils them. They know that the state will anyway take care of them, right? The second category of the people who said they don't plan to spend money, burn out everything during retirement, also had, so their survey asked, why do you not want to burn out? And they had very interesting reasons, which could perhaps be same even in India. They said they want to save for unforeseen costs, which is completely true even for me. You don't know what the old age cost will be. If you're lying in bed today, it costs about 1.5 lakhs per month. 1 year is 18 lakhs and 3 years is 54 lakhs. And you adjust it for inflation. So these are numbers which worry you, especially if you have a limited budget for retirement. This should worry you, right? So some people are saving or investing more and leaving more for their children, and therefore they are spending less. Some people feel that it just makes me feel better. I already have money, I want to get richer and I want to feel better, and it is not as though I'm sacrificing something, but yeah, I feel better, right? So then there are people who are concerned about inflation even in the US, and they are not wrong. In US, inflation seems to be headed up, right? So the makes me feel better if I have more money is something which is very true. Sorry, because I see 70-year-olds and 80-year-olds refusing to spend their money because they're worried about something which will happen in the future, or just make me feel better kind of an answer is there. So we do, and also some people for some people, spending makes them feel better. For some people, investing makes them feel better. I'm definitely in the second category. I'll feel very happy if my money gets invested well rather than spent well. So nothing right, wrong, right? So there are various categories of people, and 2/3 of the respondent agreed somewhere that saving as much as I can makes me feel happy and fulfilled, which shows it's a generation which felt happy saving and investing rather than spending. And so when a person says, I'm saving for unforeseen circumstances, I'm saving for saving as a protection against inflation, and saying I do not know how much my old age will cost, they're conveying one thing, that they are worried about their life at the end when you do not know how much it will cost, and inflation. There are products which we should create. To me, all this survey by anybody, whether it is in US or in India, shows that we are in India, we are missing some products. The first product which we are missing is long-term care insurance. I know if I can pay a premium of say 1 lakh rupees a year now for the next 10-12 years, for the rest of my life, my old age care insurance should come in and step in. Because suppose nothing happens to me and I die nicely, peacefully at the age of 75, then it's fine, that money is gone. It's like term insurance. Maybe I didn't spend anything out of the money that I had paid, and somebody had created a fortune, or somebody had created a kitty from which to pay for it, and nothing happened. That's fine. But if I were to die at the age of 92 and be bedridden for the last 10 years of my life and spend about 2 lakhs a month or whatever, adjusted to inflation, maybe 4 lakhs a month, then I'm worried that, oh my God, who is going to pay for it? So because I'm scared, it's not that I'm spending less because I am feeling very virtuous, that spending money is wrong kind of a concept. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that crutch called long-term care insurance. We don't have long-term care insurance. We don't have social security. Social security, I'm sure we can't do anything, but we can definitely create something called an indexed pension without return of premium, where the fund manager manages that fund in such a way that he is willing to put money in equity at the age of 60 and willing to keep all the money in debt at the age of 85 or 87, so that he can keep withdrawing and there is no capital to be returned, right? So these kind of target date funds, a target date fund which will ensure that I get money at the age of 60, I get the money at the age of 70, and I get money at the age of 75. So 3 target date funds is where I would like to invest. I would like to buy a annuity at the age of 67, 75 and maybe 80. I want those annuities. Some annuities which I am buying early at 67, I want it indexed. The annuity which I am buying at 80, I don't want it indexed. I may not want it indexed. I also want products, lot of innovative products which are necessary today to make in India. We are not making enough of those products. In fact, we are making very few products. We are making very expensive annuities, and the whole annuity is being taxable. Therefore, I need a huge corpus if I want to simplify my portfolio. People don't understand that simplification is possible only if you have a huge amount of money. Now, suppose somebody has 50 crores and he requires about 5 lakhs a month, 5 lakhs a year. So which means there is no connection between his requirement and what he has. Now this person can afford to keep all the money in a savings bank account and not bother whether there is any yield or tax or anything. He has such a huge surplus. Not everybody has such a huge surplus. So somebody who should have a surplus of 5 crores has 5 crores and says, I want to simplify. It is not possible to simplify. Not because I do not know how to simplify, but the corpus is just not big enough to simplify. It has to have equity, it has to have drawdowns, it has to have capital gains tax. All these things you have to worry about when the corpus is pretty limited, right? So when you do such surveys and you know why people spend or why people don't spend. I know a person who speculates just a lot of F&O and all, and he says, look, I get pleasure if I make money, and I know there is going to be pain only for the people who are going to inherit it. I'm not losing my money, I'm losing my children's money. And if I make money, I'm adding to their kitty. So I'm more like a fund manager at this age of 82 than like a owner. So I know I have to bequeath this to my kids, but I don't mind losing a bit of it because it's their loss, not mine. So this is all this is fine, but we are one more product which we are missing is reverse mortgage. Reverse mortgage has to be made a little more friendly. People have to be able to buy it at a, I mean, I'm not worried about the entry age. I'm worried about the entry of the quality of assets. So the criteria of how old the asset can be and what can happen. All those criteria maybe need some change, and also some tweaking necessary where a person is able to go and tell that guy saying, look, I know you're paying me annuity, but I also want a lump sum now suddenly because I have a medical expense to claim or anything. I want a vacation to take. I don't know. So something like that. So products with some such flexibility are all needed. And first, I think the most important thing is we need a organization in India which will start doing a lot more surveys and come out with such good results like the US has done. Yes, it costs money, but I think it will be worthwhile for manufacturers to read such reports and create products ahead of the time. Thank you.